Hi, my name is Anley, and today I will be talking about the novel Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. And I read this book last summer because a friend recommended it to me. I really liked it, and it struck my heart, so I will be talking about it. And I need to give a very quick summary because I done recorded this like 5 times and I was talking too much, but we're gonna get this very quick. Okay, so basically, Kaya is the main character of the book, and she lives in the marsh. And there's a period of time where she has to live alone because all her family has left due to their father being abusive. And she's been through a lot of things. That's what we know right now. And she does also experience judgment and bullying from people in the city because they think they're better than her just because she couldn't go to school due to her circumstances. But, there's also what she went through with that situation. And there's a family friend she used to have named Tate, and they were very close, and we can see, like, as the reader, they did have feelings for each other, but then Tate went to college and she was left in the marsh. So there's another person that she lost in a way. And we see this other guy named Chase who lives in the city. He's very well known in the city. And they start to develop a relationship, but towards those other chapters, we see he starts to act weird. And trigger warning, there's a part where he sexually assaults Kaya, and that leaves a toll on her, definitely. And like, as readers, we're shocked, but yeah, he ends up sexually assaulting her. And then after that part, we just see that he's dead. Suddenly he dies, and Kaya is put on trial for his murder. So throughout the book, we see her trying to get help from people. There's people who think she's guilty. There's people who think that she isn't guilty. But after all that, we find out that Kaya is proven not guilty. And the reason I really like this book is because Kaya is a very complex character. Well, maybe not that complex, because despite everything that she's gone through, she's never changed what she stands for, and that is protecting the marsh where she lives in. There's times where people have tried to sell that part of her, but she's basically protected it in a way. And she's never changed her values, never tried to fit in with the other people. She's always had to fend for herself, and she's always advocated for herself despite all that she's been through. So, yeah. And it shows you how if you stay true to yourself, there's a lot of good that can come with it. Because Kaya, like, since this book is set in the 1950s and 60s, and there's still innovation in science, Kaya actually contributes to that innovation by making a animal characteristic book, or identifying animal book, I don't know. And she writes about all the animals she sees in the marsh. She pays close attention to their details, the way they act, all that stuff that we see today. And she has written a book about it, and that book has done very well in the biology community. So she's got some money from that, some support from that, and she's done very well into her last days. And at the end of the book, she dies, and we see Tate, obviously mourning. Everyone comes to her funeral, and we see Tate going through her things. And Tate actually finds a poem And this poem is called The Firefly, and it says, luring him was as easy as flashing valentines, but like a lady firefly they hid a secret called to die. A final touch unfinished, the last step a trap. Down, down he falls, his eyes still holding mine until they see another world. I saw them change, first a question, then an answer, finally an end, and love itself passing. And we see that that poem is actually her confession to being the one killing Chase. And when I read that, I was like, oh man. But it's a very satisfying end, because we see Kaya protecting herself until the end, advocating for herself until the end. And that's why I really like her as a character, and that's why I love this book. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I hit the 6